The story of this Mickey Rourke is a professional wrestler, and it's 20 years after his height of fame, and he's doing, wrestling matches at high schools and churches, and he's the Ram, Randy the Ram. But he's kind of washed up and has an estranged daughter that, relational issues, and he's just got issues all across the board. And basically he feels he's only accepted when he's in the ring, but his body's giving out, and he's trying to mend these relationships outside of wrestling, and it's not working, and it's just really sad.
It was a sad movie.
It really overall was a sad movie, but what a neat story.
Yes.
Because you wonder how many professional wrestlers are like that now. That
That's
are just
true.
washed up, and what else can they do?
There you go.
Because their bodies are giving out. But did that one?
And, by the way, Mickey Rourke is now one of the new bad guys in Iron Man 2.
Oh.
Because of all of his success from the wrestler, and they saw that he could do all of the, he's all beefed up and everything, and he could do some of the stunts and everything. Robert Downey Jr. got him in as one of the, I can't remember which baddie, but he's one of the baddies now in Iron Man 2, which I think comes out next summer. I think it comes out in the next decade.
Okay. So I also did Julie and Julia with Meryl Streep and your little girlfriend, Amy Adams.
I'm telling you, that could win Best Picture.
I think that it was too hyped up because
What?
I thought it was okay. I really liked Meryl Streep in this.
She was excellent.
She did a fabulous job.
If anything, I think she could get Best Actress.
Oh yeah,
for
definitely. The story was good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the movie just kind of floated along, and didn't end like I thought it was going to end. And actually, the real girl, Julie, can't remember her last name, who did the blog.
Yes. She's got another book out.
That ended up ruining her marriage, and she cheated on her husband, and
this is what
all
her
kinds
next
of bad things have come out.
This is what her next book is about.
Exactly.
It's been released about all
Yes.
of the things that basically have happened since.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about that, but it was okay.
Stanley Tucci was very good in this movie.
Oh, I liked him in this. I've never seen him play that kind of part.
He was just kind of the laid-back Mr.
Husband.
Child.
Yeah.
And he was a hoot.
Yeah.
I thought he was very good.
Neat guy. And, you don't expect Julia Child to be sexy. And they kind of,
No.
played her off as the sexy, housewife, and that was interesting to see. Okay, so then in the theater...
Man, you've been busy.
I take this show seriously, Bob.
Today it's And Julie at the
Exactly.
movies.
Okay, so then I went to the theater with Gigi, expecting to see a lighthearted, family type, Christmas film. Christmassy, not about Christmas.
Oh, so you did not go see A Christmas Carol, the Disney film?
No, I did not. We were going to choose between Brothers and Everybody's Fine.
Okay, Brothers is not a lighthearted...
Exactly.
Right.
So we picked Everybody's Fine. That's what it's called, right?
Right. Everybody's Fine with Robert
Starring
De Niro.
Bob De Niro.
Yep.
And the chick from
Drew
Pearl
Barrymore.
Harbor.
Yep.
Drew Barrymore and the other chick from Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
The one.
Anyway, hang on here. Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale.
Sam Rockwell's
She has a
in
big
this
part
as well.
in this.
Okay.
Okay, so Robert De Niro, his wife has died just 5 months ago, and he's trying to get his family to come home, and they all call and cancel on him. And
well, they were just home for the funeral. What's he expect?
It's not because they were busy. It was really because of another thing going on with one of the brothers.
Oh, okay. And they didn't all want to...
The whole thing is basically they're keeping secrets from him. And,
okay. Families do that?
Imagine that. So he decides to go see each of them and surprise them. And he does that, and they all just kind of shrug him off. And you're thinking, gosh, these kids are just idiots. And they are.
Right.
And... it all comes together at the end where you find things out. But it is a sad movie. It is not a light-hearted...
Everybody is not fine?
No. And there's some laugh-out-loud moments.
Right.
But overall, this is a very sad movie.
Why do you want to see something like that 2 weeks before Christmas?
I didn't.
But I'm just saying...
But I ended up...
I'm just saying overall, because when you think about it, I ask anybody... The next 2 weeks are the most stressful 2 weeks of the year.
You want to see something light, which is what I thought this was going to be. I should have researched it more.
Because I can tell you from past experience that sometimes things get said, things happen, at Christmas when all of a sudden then it stews for the next year.
Yeah, imagine
you know,
that.
Getting the family together sometimes, depending on the family, is not a good idea.
No.
You know, and to drive that home with a movie 2 weeks before Christmas.
This was a heavy movie. I'm just going to warn you of that. It was
Wow.
a good movie. My friend and I both thought it was good, but
all the
we
trailers-
bawled. I mean, we cried, and we're looking at each other laughing and crying because we're
Right.
we're laughing because we didn't have a clue that it was going to be this serious.
And you don't from the movie. Or
No.
from the trailers and
The
the
trailer.
commercials and stuff.
Exactly. So
It
I'm
looks
just,
like one of those lighthearted things.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Dad's going to surprise everybody.
Haha,
and-
it'll be funny.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's cute,
Oh.
funny in parts, but
Right.
just be warned, it is very sad. And, you know, it has a decent ending. Not, you know, it's not like
Right.
everybody dies and the credits roll. But you go through a lot of emotion in this film.
Well, it only...
But Robert De Niro was great in this.
Okay. Well, it only...
He was the cutest father.
It brought in less than $4 million
Mm-hmm.
in its first weekend. So, you know, yeah.
You can't really hype this movie is the problem because
Right.
if you hype it for what it really is, people aren't going to go see
no.
it. And if you don't hype it, people aren't going to go see it. So I think they've got an issue there.
The Blind Side in it, number one. Again, with Sandra Bullock. I've talked to more
Excellent.
people who have seen that
Excellent
agree with us.
movie.
Very good movie. The Vampires in it, number two. $255 million for this Twilight thing.
Ridiculous.
Brothers open at number 3 with Spider-Man and
Tobey
Jake
Maguire.
Gyllenhaal. Disney's A Christmas Carol in at number 4.
And you forgot Queen Amidala,
Oh, that's right. She's in that too.
Natalie Portman.
Old Dogs in at number 5. Now, this seems to be a feast or famine review. I talked to some people who say, oh, it's very funny. It's a cute movie. And I've talked to others that say it sucks.
And then all the funny parts are in the trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and even the reviews have been E's and F's.
Ooh.
You know, they just, it's
That's not
so. 2012 in at number 6. Armored opened at number 7
Yikes.
with just about $6.5 million. Ninja Assassin in at number 8. Planet 51 at number 9. That just hasn't done what they were hoping it would do. And then Everybody's Fine or Everybody's Fine in at number 10.
Bummer.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It was just not. Ugh.
Just not your
It's not what you thought it was going to be.
Oh,
walking
okay.
in.
hilarity did not ensue.
Hilarity ensued very few and far between.
Now, if you're going to the movies this week, you have 2 opening and wide release that are like 180 degrees opposite of each other, but both getting very good reviews. The first is The Princess and the Frog. This is the new Disney film presenting an animated female twist on the traditional Frog Prince fairy tale set in the New Orleans French Quarter. And this features, right? Do I understand this right? This features Disney's first African-American princess,
Yes.
Anika Noni Rose is the gal who voices Tiana, Disney's first black princess. So there you go. And she's all excited about the movie opening this weekend. Also opening this weekend, Invictus,
Oh, I want to see this.
directed by Clint Eastwood. They're already pushing this for best movie and best director and best actor and best supporting actor. I mean, all of that stuff. Morgan Freeman stars as Nelson Mandela in the true story of how South Africa's underdog rugby team united the nation shortly after he became president back in the 90s. It's got Matt Damon.
According to Amy England, Secretary of State Terry Lynn Land has already seen this and said it is a very good film. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Our Secretary of State
Terry Lynn Land.
gets previews?
I don't know how that happened.
Wow.
Might have to do an investigation.
Yeah, I
or
know.
become her friend.
There you go. But Matt Damon, blonde, he's all bulked up for this
I'm
movie.
Matt Damon with,
And he-
with an accent.
And he's got an accent, and he actually does a very good job
Yeah,
from the
he does.
clips that I've seen. And you don't need to know much about rugby. Don't think it's
No.
a sports movie. Okay, it revolves around the rugby team and all that, but it's more of a,
Drama.
drama. And again, it's Clint Eastwood directing. It's Morgan Freeman. It's Matt Damon. It's supposed to be an excellent movie. So if you got the kids, then by all means, go see the Disney flick. But if you're without the kids, by all means, Invictus with Morgan and the gang opening this week. And those are the only 2 that are opening in wide release.